So you've made up your mind. You know this marriage is over. You've probably even talked to an attorney, but you're still not moving. And I get it. Because it's not that you're unsure about the decision, it's that you don't know what happens next. And that is scary. I'm Gita Vemparala. I'm a divorce and transition coach. And as someone who went through this myself without the right support, I want to share three things every woman needs to think about before she takes that next step. Not to overwhelm you, just to prepare you. Here's what I see a lot. Women come to me and they are done. Emotionally, they've already left. They've cried it out. They've thought it through. They are ready. But then it gets real. And suddenly there's this fear. What about my money? What about my kids? What is this process even going to look like? And they freeze. I froze too. So I'm not here to judge that. But what I will tell you is sitting in that fear without a plan does not protect you. It just delays you. So let me walk you through three areas you really need to be thinking about right now. The first one is your finances. And I hear this all the time. Gita, what if I lose everything? I understand why you feel that way. When you don't know how assets get divided, everything feels up for grabs. Here's what I want you to understand. There is a window of time before you file where what you do matters a lot. Not after you file, not during, but before. Most women don't start thinking about this until the process has already started. And by then, some of your options are gone. I'm not going to walk you through every step here because honestly, your situation is different from anyone else's. But ask yourself this. Do you actually know what's in your marital estate right now? Every account, every asset, and every debt. If you are not sure, that's where you start. The women I see come out of divorce in the best position because they just come in prepared. Even the best lawyers can't help you if you don't go in with the right preparation. Real quick, if you're watching this and thinking, okay, Geeta, but I need to talk about my situation. I do offer a free strategy call where we talk about your specific situation, and the link to that call, to book that call, is right below this video. Okay, let's keep going. The second area is your children. And look, for a lot of you watching this is the real reason you haven't moved yet, not the money. It's the children. You're thinking, how is this going to affect them? Am I doing the right thing? And I need you to hear this. Wanting to protect your children is not a reason to stay. It is a reason to plan. Because there are things you can put in place early in the process that protect your kids, their routine, their time with both parents, their sense of normal. But that just doesn't happen. It happens because one parent knew what to fight for going in. I've seen women give up things for their kids, but they didn't have to give up just because they didn't know they had options. I'm not going to get into the specifics because every state is different. Every family is different. But here's what I want you to walk away with. You can advocate for your children, but only if you know what to ask for. The third area is just understanding how this whole thing works. And I know that sounds basic, but you'd be surprised. A lot of women have already sat across from an attorney, maybe two or three attorneys, and still walked out confused. And that's not your fault. Attorneys talk in legal language. You are living in real life language. Here's the thing: divorce is not one big event. It's actually a whole series of decisions that happen one after another, and they're all connected. Financial decisions, parenting decisions, legal decisions. The women who get through this with the least damage, they weren't the richest or the ones with the fanciest attorneys. They were the ones who knew what decisions were coming before they had to make them. There's actually one part of this process that almost every single woman I work with says she wished she'd known about sooner. And it's usually not what you would expect. But I can't get into that here because it really depends on your specific situation. I know I keep repeating that. What I can tell you is going in with your eyes open changes everything. The fear doesn't go away, but it stops calling the shots. So if that's where you are right now, you've made your decision, but your feet won't move, I just want to say that's not weakness. That's you taking this seriously. That's actually a good sign. But you don't have to figure this out alone. And you're not going to figure it out by watching more videos. What you need is someone who can look at your specific situation and help you see clearly. If that sounds like what you need right now, schedule a free strategy call with me. And the link is below this video. You don't have to go into this blind. You deserve to walk in ready. I send you much love.